If your girlfriend's nickname is Momma, we need to talk. You say, what are you talking about, Dave? Why are you saying that? That's weird and creepy. But a lot of guys out there are expecting their girlfriend or their wife to be a mom to them. Now, number one, that's just weird. Okay, let's just get to the fact. That's weird. You should not marry your mom because that's creepy and strange. And number two, it's a surefire way to mess the relationship up. I've seen many relationships like this. They never end well. You don't want your girlfriend or your wife to be your mom, and we're going to talk about why today. Hey guys, I'm David Maxwell with Thriving Man. We're here to help you conquer your everyday chaos and live a thriving life. And today we're talking about how you kind of don't want to be the mama's boy when it comes to relationships. Now, there's nothing wrong with you loving your mom and having a great relationship with your mom. In fact, that's good. You should. But your girlfriend or your wife should not be someone who's your mom. Now, when I say that, I don't mean she can't have characteristics like your mom. She may have some characteristics that are similar to your mom, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of guys go into relationships expecting their wives or their girlfriends to kind of be a mom to them, could kind of take those places in their life. And what they do is they abdicate a lot of things that they should do in their life over to them, and then later they get mad about it. Have you ever seen the guy who talks about his wife who nags him, who does this or that or the other? A lot of times it's because he gave up control of an area and he kind of wanted her to be like a mom. So what does she do? She starts acting like a mom. She starts nagging him to do things because he wanted her to do that way back. Well, now it's been years and he's aggravated with it. He's tired of it. But the problem is it's his fault. He's the one who did it. So you don't want to go into a relationship with that mommy complex. What you want to do is look at your wife or your girlfriend for who she is, and you want to be who God designed you to be. So we're going to talk about what that looks like and what it means for you. The first thing we have to understand is that she won't fix you. A lot of guys go into a relationship expecting the woman to fix them. You know, oh, I'm messed up. I need a good woman. I need a good woman to help me want to be a good man. Now, there's nothing wrong with her motivating you and provoking you to righteousness. That's a good thing. She should push you to be a better man. But a lot of guys think, well, she needs to fix me. I'll be better when I find the right woman. I've heard lots of guys say that. You know, if I could just find the right one. And what they mean is they find a woman who, because he's dating her, he's going to want to be a better man. He has to be a better man before he meets her. He has to be growing. I'm not saying he has to be perfect, but he can't expect her to fix him. That never works out. The reality is partners support each other. They don't fix each other. You can't fix her. She can't fix you. You both have to have the attitude that you want to get better. You can support each other in your growth, but no one can fix you, because when they do, what you're doing is you're giving up control to them. You're saying, I don't control myself anymore. You tell me what to do. You do this, you do the other. So you're giving away all the authority to her. And that's not good, because as a man, you're designed to walk in authority. And the first person you have to control is yourself. You have to bring authority to yourself. No one else can do that for you. She's not going to fix you. You've got to do the process of fixing yourself and going down that road. Now you say, well, there's areas in my life I can't fix. Well, that's why you get help. That's why you find mentors and coaches and people who can speak into your life. They help you grow. And those are the ones you need. It can't and shouldn't be your wife. She can challenge you. She can push you, but you have to ultimately make that decision. The second thing is that she can't take responsibility for you. A lot of guys, they get into a relationship and they kind of expect the wife to do everything, the girlfriend to do everything, to manage the schedule, to set the tone of what they do, to handle all this extra stuff. And so they give up making decisions and the practical areas of life. Now, I'm not talking about the fact that she might be better at some things than you and should do them, like maybe running the schedule. But there's also things you need to do that you shouldn't give up. You shouldn't hand those over to her. Because when we do this as men, it often takes us back into almost a childlike setting where you just show up and the parents tell you what to do. Well, if a man gives up so much in his life that all he does is show up and the wife says, you do this, you do that, well, that's not good, because it makes him a child. And no woman wants to be married to a child. She has children. She wants to be married to a man who knows who he is and what he is. Now, again, she may have some gifts in areas that are better than you. And in those areas, you say, hey, you're better at this than me. But you don't want to give everything up to her because then you just become another child to her. She didn't want another child. She wants a husband. She wants a man. And that's you. Don't become a fourth or fifth child for her. Be the man in the family. Be the one who can make the decisions, but be the one, most of all, who can take responsibility for himself. So what you want to do as a man is find out what are the areas I'm good at? What are the areas I need to take responsibility for? Maybe you're better at the budget than she is. Maybe you should take that over. Maybe you're better at managing some of the household things. Maybe you're a better cook than her. I don't know. Whatever it is, you and her need to work through that and figure that out. But you don't want to just give up all responsibility. Because what a lot of guys do is they say, well, I work, I bring in money. Well, she probably works too, and she probably brings in money too. You both have to come together and manage the household. Now, you may make enough where she doesn't have to work. Well, she may take on more of the household role than you, but that doesn't mean that you just give up all responsibility altogether. You're a team. You want to focus as a team. You're a part of that team. Don't give up the responsibility. Maintain your manhood by being good at what you're good at and bringing that to the relationship. The third thing we want to hit, and I kind of touched on it just a second ago, is that she needs a leader, not a child. You don't want to be a child. What you want to be in the relationship is you want to be a leader. Now, leadership starts with self. You as a man have to lead yourself. You can't expect someone else to lead you. You have to lead yourself, but then you want to bring that into the relationship and be a leader in the relationship. Now understand, a leader is not a dictator. A leader is not someone who, I declare the law. A leader is someone who directs the family, who gets input from people in the family and directs them. You want to take up that role. Now, if you've never done that, you don't want to just all of a sudden declare, I'm the boss, I'm going to take over, because you gave up that right. What you have to do is piece by piece, build that back and show that you can take that responsibility. A lot of men, when they're in this situation, they pull back from leadership because they're acting like a child, so they avoid conflict. They think, well, it's that saying, and I really don't like the saying, happy wife, happy life. Because what that means is just placate. Whatever you do, placate. That's what children do. You're not a child. You want to be a man, which means sometimes you got to have tough conversations. You got to say, hey, wait a minute, I don't agree with that. And you and your wife need to deal with that and hash it out and talk about it, because you want to be a leader. You don't want to be someone who doesn't understand what he feels and doesn't say what he feels. You want to talk about things in a good way, which means you may need to get stronger emotionally. And we talked about that on the last episode. And I'll close talking about how you can grow in that and get better at it. But you want to be a leader. You don't want to give that up. Don't be another child. Don't act like a child. Don't throw tantrums and fits like a child. I know men who will give the silent treatment to their family. And I'm like, what are you, 7? Come on, be a man. Talk about what's going on. Say if you don't like something. Have that conversation. You say, well, it turns into a fight. Well, it might be a fight. It might be a disagreement, but learn how to fight fair. Learn how to communicate with her, because that's what being a leader is. Being a leader doesn't mean you don't have the conversations. What it means is you do it in the right way. You do it with wisdom. That's what being a good leader in your home is. So find those areas that you can take more initiative in your life. Show better decision-making skills. Show that you are someone who can lead. Start by leading yourself, and then start leading around your home. Be the leader at home that she needs you to be, and she'll see you as a man and as her love and not as another child. All right, guys, closing out, when we kind of break that mommy complex, we can grow and have better relationships. I promise you, your relationship will flourish when you grow emotionally as a man. And if you need to grow emotionally as a man, go to thrivingman.com. We have a course under our digital courses, Emotional Success 101. This is a course that helps you kind of dig down and say, okay, where am I at emotionally? Maybe no one showed you how to be emotional. Maybe no one directed you in that. Maybe you had a dad who didn't show emotion. A lot of guys did today. Well, someone's got to do the work, and it's going to be you. But if you do the work, I promise you, your relationships will get deeper. You'll be a better husband, a better father, a better boss, a better everything when you grow stronger emotionally. And you want to make sure you're not married to your mom. Your wife can have characteristics of your mom. That's not a bad thing. But you don't want to be another child she has to deal with. You want to be the man. You want to be the man she loves. And you want to have a great relationship. So work through that. Get better. We'll see you in the next show.